Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review writer-director Michael Almereyda's Tesla, starring Ethan Hawke. And this is a strange movie. And I'm a huge fan, actually, of Marjorie Prime, which was one of Almereyda's previous sci-fi films, which was so subtle and had this very interesting look to it that was engrossing and a little odd. And it's hard to put your finger on, but it's like it created this, like, you felt like you're in this particular otherworldly thing. And honestly, a lot of that visual style translates very well into his Tesla film, and you can tell it's one of his films. And what's very interesting about this film, Tesla, is it makes some very ambitious story and visual choices, and after a while it's just like, what? Like, musical number, what? You have a narrator who keeps bringing up the internet and what happens when you search Tesla and Thomas Edison, what? And that one in particular I thought was annoying. And it's just like, you kept breaking the tension of the story to cut away to this narrator who, and like, she's looking up on the internet and she's talking about these things, and it's just like, it is a very ambitious and unconventional biopic. I'll have to say that, and I can give due to its ambition. But like, that just didn't work for me. It kept taking me out of it. And then like, the music thing was, I feel like when the film jumped the shark, and I'm just like, okay, this is the most interesting thing that's happened in this movie, but why is this in this movie? Because that's the thing. The performances are strong in this film. Ethan Hawke does a really good job in this film, and he's intense and eccentric, and he really matches well with this visual perspective that you get in this film of this strange, dark, kind of brooding figure. And you're thrown all through Tesla's life and introduced to things by internet searches, oddly enough, and him interacting with the major players in his life and like falling in love with JP Morgan's daughter. So like, you get to see his interactions with JP Morgan, him working with Edison, with Kyle MacLachlan does a really good job playing Thomas Edison in this film. His teaming up with George Westinghouse, which is Jim Gaffigan with some impressive facial hair. And that was the interesting thing too, because they play that character a bit for comic relief and fun. And it's just like, and here's the interesting thing, because like, I didn't spend a whole lot of time reading up on these real life figures and what they're actually like, but it's interesting having this film come out when you have the Currents War as well, and the very, very different ways these real life people are portrayed. Because like, Tesla's very reclusive in this film, and in the Currents War, Nicholas Holt's very open to just being like a smartass talking down other people. And Ethan Hawke plays his character so very differently. And then Thomas Edison, who Benedict Cumberbatch plays as an eccentric weirdo. Kyle MacLachlan very much plays as a straight-laced, more of a business tycoon kind of thing, and like underhanded in this film. And then the strangest thing was George Westinghouse is played for laughs in this film. And like, Michael Shannon's intense as hell in Currents War, and I was just a little confused. And it really shouldn't have much bearing on this film, but I just thought it was interesting the different ways that these real life people are being portrayed. But there are strong performances in this film. It's visually very appealing. I just feel like some of the ambitious choices in terms of how the story was being told really derailed the film for me. And I can give a lot of credit where credit is due, which is why like, this is still like something that has a lot of potential, and I give a lot of credit to, and would soft recommend if you're really interested in taking a look at how this film portrays things. But in the end, I don't think it's a really effective film, because I don't know how well this really comes together in the end. And I feel like that's really on writer-director Michael Almereyda's role in this film, because it's like, this is very much his creative process, and you can tell that this is very auteur writer-director's ideas taking some ambition here. Give it credit, though. It went there, swung for the fences. But in the end, Tesla's an odd biopic. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.